Disney's The Little Mermaid. Summarize. Okay, so at the beginning of the film, there's like this boat, and it's on the ocean and stuff, and there's all these sailors on there singing some song about mermaids and shit. And then you see Prince Eric, and he's got really black hair. I mean, wow, that's really black. And he's got this butler dude who's like throwing up on the side of the ocean. And then one of the sailors like, oh, King Triton must be happy because of all the, nice weather and stuff. So Eric's like, who the fuck's that guy? And like, you don't know shit about them, and they're leader of the Mer people and stuff. And old guy's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Mer people aren't real. And then sailor guy, yes, they are. And he accidentally throws a fish into the sea. And then the fish is all like sighing and stuff, which is kind of weird. And then there's credits. And then there's like this song like, ooh, ooh, and then there's the fucking title. Okay, and then all these like mer people are like swimming around and stuff, and they're going to this big castle palace in the middle of the ocean that has like penis towers, but only on the one movie cutter. Well, anyway, I guess they're all going to some show and shit, and then Triton shows up on this goddamn dolphin chariot, and he's all like cool and stuff, and everybody's like, hey! And then he like sets a chandelier on fire. Oh no, he just turns the chandelier on with his Triton, magical Triton vein. And then Sebastian shows up, who's like the conductor or some shit. Anyway, the band starts up, and all of Ariel's sisters start singing, but they really suck at singing, and they're not that very hot, so who gives a fuck about them? And then they're like, oh, do-do-do-do-do, and here's Ariel, but oh fuck, she's not there, and Triton's all like, Ariel! And he's all pissed and stuff. And then we cut to Ariel, who's kind of cool, and she's under the ocean, of course, but they're like at some sunken ship, and she's with her friend Flounder, which I have no idea what kind of fish he is. Anyway, they're like invested in this sunken ship, and they find some human shit like a fork and a pipe, and Ariel doesn't know what the fuck they are because she's dumb as shit. And then like some shark shows up, he's really big, and then there's a bunch of chase scening, and then they outwit him through shenanigans. And then Ariel's like, oh, let's go see Scuttle, who's up on the top, and Scuttle's a total retard, and she's all like telling Ariel about all this stupid bullshit about the fucking seam fitchings, and he's all like, oh, you use the fork to brush your hair and the pipes for music, and Ariel's all like, music, oh fuck, I forgot about the concert. And then she goes back under the sea, and then meanwhile these like two eels fiends are watching them, because, I don't know, they're weird and shit, and then all Ursa's like, ooh, do, and she's all, like, pissed, and because she doesn't get invited to parties anymore, but she has, like, an evil plan now to do evil things. Anyway, so we're back at Atlantis, or Atlantica, or whatever the fuck, and Triton's all like, what the fuck, Ariel, you weren't at your fucking concert, and Ariel's like, oh, I'm 16 years old, I can do what I want, and then you either get an erection or lose an erection, depending on your age. Yeah, and okay, and then she gets all pouty and emo, and she swims off because she's a freaking teenager, whatever. And then Triton's like, I need to keep a fucking eye on her, and like he tells Sebastian, do it, bitch, and Sebastian's like, fuck, and he goes off. Anyway, so Ariel goes off to this cove place, and Sebastian follows, and like Ariel's like, I want to be where the people are, and she goes into the song, and look at stuff, look at the sea, you think my collection's a feed, and she does the swimming and spinning around. She looks like she's 20 for like a few seconds, and she's all emo and stuff. And then Sebastian shows up and like, what the fuck is all this shit? And then there's a big shadow above, and because it's a big ship, and Ariel swims up and checks it out. Looks like it's Eric's ship again, and he's having a goddamn birthday party and shit, and Ariel's all like, oh my god, he's so hot. And then Eric gets a present. It's like this big statue thing. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? And I guess he was like going to meet some chick somewhere, and he like didn't like her. He's like, I'll find somebody else cool. And then there's like lightning in the background, and a big storm comes, and it's a big storm, and the ship gets totally wrecked. Oh, no, but wait, no. Everybody gets off except Eric, who like has to save his big ass dog or whatever, and it gets and the freaking ship gets blown up. Dude, the fireworks? Yeah, fireworks. Anyway, so Eric like falls into the ocean, but Ariel comes and saves him and drags him onto the shore, and he's all like checking. He's like, oh my god, I want to do you so much. And then Eric, well, no, she starts singing to him, and then Eric wakes up and she like sees her, and is like, oh my god, you're so hot. But he's like totally high and shit. And then like and Butler doing his dog come by, and Ariel goes back into the ocean, and like Eric's like, oh my god, I saw this hot chick, and Butler's like, yeah, whatever the fuck, let's go home. And then Ariel's on a rock like maybe like several yards away, and she starts singing again, and I guess they don't hear her or whatever. And then I guess Ursula, who's like still still spying on her. It's all like, oh my god, she fell in love with her prince just as planned. And okay, so later under the ocean, Ariel's all like, I want to do him. And then Triton's all like, oh my god, what the hell? Oh yeah, her sisters are like, oh, she's in love. And Triton's like, oh boy. And then he like invites, or no, wait. Now, then it's Under the Sea. Yeah, that's right. And, like, Ariel's like, oh, I want to do it so bad. And, like, and Sebastian's like, bitch, you need to stay under the ocean. And look at all this place. Under the sea, under the sea. But Ariel leaves, like, halfway during the song. And, Triton, like, calls Sebastian over. And Triton's all like, hey, Sebastian, what hot mer guy wants to get it on with my daughter? But not actually, because he's being cheeky. And Sebastian thinks he's talking about other shit, and so he like blurts that he went up to the surface, and then meanwhile Ariel goes back to the grotto, and I guess Flounder somehow was able to carry the goddamn Eric statue. I don't even know how that worked, but anyway, it's in the grotto, and it's all like, oh my god, Eric, you're so hot, I want to do you, oh, I'm going to use it as a masturbation toy. But then Triton shows up, and he's all like, I am disappointed, and he completely wrecks the fucking place up, because fuck yeah, Triton, well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, blows up the whole shit, and then he kind of feels sort of bad for a little bit, but not for long. So he leaves, and then the fucking eels show up, and, they seem like real trustworthy guys with their, like evil scars on their fucking faces and shit. And they're like, Ursula can help you. And they're like, okay. Anyway, so they go to her Ursula's grotto and shit, which is like a fucking skull in the middle of the ocean or some shit. And there's all these freaking, like, plant fiend majiggies in her garden. Well, not really. Anyway, they're like creepy and shit. And Ursula's like, so you want to get on me for Prince and I can help you. And then, like, how do you help me? And they're like, oh, I help people in poor, unfortunate souls. Anyway, so Ariel's like a dumb bitch, and like she sells her voice to get turned into a human for 3 days, and she has to kiss Eric. It has to be a kiss of true love for it to work, otherwise he'll be a mermaid forever. And like slave of Ursula's or some bullshit. But anyway, that happens, and she gets turned into a human, and like she goes up to the surface, but she doesn't die due to pressure changes, because magic, I guess. Anyway, so she's at the beach and stuff, and she's like checking out her stuff. It's like, oh my god, I have a vagina and legs now, and it's pretty cool and stuff. And like Scuttle's like, let me find you a shitty outfit, and so she starts wearing this ugly ass outfit made out of a ship mast sail thing majiggy. And then I guess Eric's walking along the beach and shit, and he like sees her. Is like, oh my god, you're that hot chick I met earlier. And oh wait, you can't speak, so you can't be that hot chick. Well, you can come to my house anyway. And so they go to her house, and she like gets a nice bubble bath and stuff, and it's pretty cool and stuff. And I'm starting to forget things. Anyway, so then there's dinner and stuff, and like, oh yeah, the best part of the movie, because there's like this batshit crazy chef, and he starts singing about, cut up the fishes and cook them and shit, and there's a big crazy scene. Anyway, so they're having dinner, and like Ariel's being dumbass because she's like, oh, I'm gonna comb my hair with a fork and blow smoke in your fucking face, butler dude. And they decide, oh, we'll just take a ride through my goddamn kingdom tomorrow. And so the next day there's like a whole montage of them doing traveling and stuff, and doing things like, and they're like dancing and shit and stupid puppet shows, and Ariel's being weird. Anyway, so they get to this like swamp, grotto, ocean, lake place, and like Eric's like paddling around in a stupid boat, motherfucker, and he's all like, I'm gonna guess your name, and then like Sebastian starts speaking in his ear, which is kind of weird because I just assume Mermaid could only talk to fish things, or well, anyway, he's all like, yeah, his name is Ariel, and then Sebastian starts singing like, kiss the girl, and all the animals start singing, and like Ariel and Eric don't really give a fuck because I guess they want to do each other so bad. Anyway, they're about to kiss, and then the freaking eels fuck up the shit, and they're like, they knock over the boat, and Ursula's back in her grotto. I was like, god damn it, that stupid bitch! Oh my god, almost got the kiss. I gotta take things in my own hands, and she does this weird magic shit, and there's this like weird transformation scene. Anyway, so back at Prince Eric's place. Anyway, and fucking.